So when we set up a meditation practice, we want to have kind of a little bit of a plan. It's like anything in life. We need to have a bit of a plan about how it's going to work. So first and foremost, try to make sure that your space for meditation is kind of clear and uncluttered. You don't want to glimpse up and see your to-do list or your work um, sheet in one area. If possible, kind of turn away, bring yourself into your living room or your bedroom, somewhere that it's a little bit more quiet, uncluttered, so that you can really drop in and relax into that space. Try to find a consistent time and place to do your practice. So if we can, maybe play around for the first few days, do first thing in the morning, see if that's good for you. Maybe then do the evening and see if that's better. And when we practice a few times, you'll notice which one kind of resonates better in your body. So get the time and place, and say you wake up every morning at 6:30. Maybe set your alarm for 6:15 and give yourself 10 minutes there to try your practice and start it up. So set a time, set a place every day that you can know this is my meditation time. It's kind of a no-brainer. We don't change anything. This is what happens. Okay, so how often do we practice? Ultimately, they say if you can do twice a day, 20 minutes, it's perfect. But for a lot of us, we don't have that time, or at least it's hard to imagine prioritizing that time for us. So I kind of think it's a really good idea to just start with 10 minutes a day, maybe for 6 days a week or 5. See how it fits into your life. And you'll notice the days that you miss it, there might be a little bit of shift or change in your mind, and you might want to do it those extra days. So if you can do it 5 days, great. If you can do it 6 days, great. If you can only do it 3 days, even better, but spread it out and have it consistent. Okay, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever it is, spread it out, have it consistent. And again, know this is what you're doing. When you're doing it, this is your time. So our meditation practice is like a gym for the brain. When we go to the gym, we don't expect to walk out with, big biceps. We have to do it regularly and consistently to build up those muscles. Meditation is similar. You don't just sit down, throw yourself on the pillow or the mat or your chair and just say, right, I'm ready to go now. Let's do it. And then expect your mind to be quiet. It is something that you build a practice up. You build it and it grows. You build it more and it grows, so that eventually you can kind of jump into it when you need it most, when life is throwing the most difficult scenarios and adversity at you. Then you can check in. And the more you've practiced, the quicker you can sink into that place of equanimity, of calm. Coming to our practice, we set an affirmation. So, like that, you set your time and your place. Your affirmation is, I'm going to sit for meditation now for 15 minutes. Set your timer on your phone, whatever you're going to do, set it up and have it ready to go so it's there and you know this is your time. And therefore, you're not having to worry, after 10 minutes looking, seeing, oh, I've had enough now. Am I finished? Am I not? Just have the timer set, know your time scale, and just stay with it. We have an intention. So your intention could be, I want to find some peace and calm in my life. I want to sleep better at night. I want to be more easeful and kind to my family members. Whatever that intention is, settle that in your heart. We find then that we want to get ourselves into a really comfortable position. So whether you're sitting on a chair with your legs on the ground or whether you're sitting on your floor cross-legged, try to have your spine nice and straight. We're not leaning back, we're not falling asleep. We're nice and strong so that there's a presence about it, but then we're also relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed, spine is long, sit bones are rooted. We bring some relaxation into our body to begin the practice. And then after the relaxation, we just go through the meditation, whatever performance, whatever practice is good for us. I'm going to give you lots of different options over the next coming weeks. So you just roll with whatever suits you the most. And then finally, we finish our practice with gratitude. Okay, so let's begin. We bring ourselves into our comfortable seat, whatever that is for us, sitting up nice and tall. And again, shoulders up and back. Feel that space in your body, feel that length. And so remember, we start with our affirmations. So today we're going to practice for 15 minutes. Okay, just starting in nice and gently. We're going to sit for 15 minutes. Okay. And then what is your intention? So just create that intention for yourself, a positive short statement. I'm creating a peaceful mind. I'm going to sleep better. Whatever it is for you, just settle that as your intention. Just finding that, settle into your intention. And then when you're ready, softly close your eyes. And we begin to withdraw our focus from our eyes so that we're reducing the amount of input, the amount of data that's kind of flying in around our heads. We relax our shoulders down our spine, all the while remembering to keep that nice strong spine. I'd like you to take a long, deep breath in, fill the lungs as much as you can. Hold your breath. And then breathing out, drop the shoulders. Breathing in. Hold your breath once more. And exhale, drop those shoulders. Starting the practice with a little bit of curiosity. Notice where our mind is, what we are bringing to the practice today. Our thoughts of how the day has been, the events that have happened. Noticing if the mind is a bit dull and lethargic or racy and anxious. Observe where your emotions are. Notice how they connect with your thoughts. Thoughts that just come and go. And then drop into the sit bones. Feeling your legs on the ground. Allow yourself to settle in to your body. And bring your sense of focus to your ears. So really extend your sense of hearing and notice the sounds that are outside of the room right now. Maybe there's children playing, people walking, maybe you hear cars. Maybe you're lucky enough you can hear birds. And as you settle on a sound, just notice it for a moment. And try not to label it, but rather listen to it like a pitch or a tone. And then move to the next sound. Pitch or tone. And then maybe back to the old sound or onto a new sound. Then bring your focus to the inside of this room. Listen to the sounds around you. Cars driving by. Gently fading into the distance. As we notice the sound of maybe the hum of our computer or laptop. Maybe the white noise of kitchen appliances, creaking of floorboards. And then come closer again and listen to the sound of your own body breathing. Feeling that rhythm. Listen to the sound as the air enters your nostrils, maybe hitting the back of your throat. Listen to the sound of your digestive system. Maybe the crinkling of your clothes as you breathe in or out. And then settle your awareness on your breath. How is your breath today? As you notice your breathing, do you notice it swelling the belly out and contracting? Or is it locked in one place? As we breathe, can we notice that soft expansion of the lungs and the back of the rib cage, front of the chest, and that contraction as we breathe out? Can we notice what it feels like for the breath to hit the back of the throat as we breathe in through the nose? And the temperature as we exhale, that feeling at the back of the throat as we release. Can we feel the breath enter and leave the nostrils? Being aware of the smells and the temperature, the changes. Now I'm sure your mind has already wandered off. Be okay with that. When we notice our mind wandering, we need to learn to celebrate that we actually noticed it, and then just return the focus to whatever part of our body it's easiest for us to notice our breathing. Belly, ribs, back of the throat, nose. We approach our meditation practice with curiosity and kindness. We firmly bring the focus back each time our mind wanders, but we are kind to ourselves. The mind is doing the mind's job, and we are training the mind to come back to focus on one thing. Breathing in and releasing out. And if you watch your breath enough, you'll notice that each breath is different. Different length, different sound, different depth. Maybe you get distracted by the sound outside the room again. Try again to notice that sound just as a pitch or tone, and then gently guide your focus back to your breath. Maybe now your body is starting to get a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe you want to move. I'd like you to just respond to that by just witnessing, is it just a distraction or are you really uncomfortable? If it's a distraction, notice there's my body distracting me. Come back to your breath. If you feel like this is too much for your body, then respond to that. Gently adjust your seat. Bring yourself back into that comfortable position, any different comfortable position. Lengthen your spine, soften your shoulders, and just let your mind come back to observing and noticing your breath. Feeling the fullness, the wholeness of each inhalation and the release and letting go of each exhalation. Mind wanders, bring it back. Mind wanders, bring it back. Take a long deep breath in. And as you exhale, just gently release the focus from your breath, bringing it back into your body. Notice if you're gripping or holding tension again in your shoulders or your jaw, and let them be soft. And as you sit here with the eyes soft, still closed, take a moment to feel gratitude to yourself. There is no bad meditation. The only bad meditation is the meditation that we don't do. Whether your mind kept distracting you, or whether you were able to sit in comfort and quiet, you have had a good meditation. So offering yourself gratitude for creating this space, for coming back to self, and for settling in to your mind, connecting it with your body again. Breathe in. As you breathe out, gently drop the chin. Slowly open the eyes, lift the head and neck, and allow yourself to come back into the space. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day or your evening.